Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith. Today I am talking about The Writing Life, Reflections, Recollections, and a lot of Cursing by Jeff Strand. This is a nonfiction book and is about Jeff Strand's writing life. Now, this is not a writing guide. It's not a how-to of writing. You're not going to learn tips on writing a better story or sentence structure, plot structure, character, any of that stuff. This is full of anecdotes about Jeff Strand's adventures as a writer. There is a little bit of advice for the writing life, like don't engage with reviewers, especially negative reviews. Don't. There's some anecdotes regarding that. So obviously, there's no plot to talk about here. So let's see. I'm just going to read the book to you. No. We'll look at some of the chapters that are in here. We start with a disclaimer and introduction. Very first chapter, my journey through the changing world of publishing. So Jeff Strand started as an ebook publisher. Before that was a good thing. It was new. It was kind of frowned upon, but he was a pioneer. Then we have baby steps, how they can add up. The thrill of rejection. Let's skip. I don't want to read all of these. My tragic history with agents, which is essentially a list. He doesn't name names, but a list of his agents. It's like agent number 1, and then he talks about what happened there, and then agent number 2 and how things went with that. The fun of bad reviews, working with other people. He talks about collaborations, which is something I asked him about when I interviewed him in my smart-ass way, because he's only done 3 collaborations. And I asked him why he hates other authors. But he goes into those collaborations and talks about that sort of thing here. Imposter syndrome, quitting, how this book came together. I'm jumping around looking at this. Some thoughts on pseudonyms. So, yeah, it's just him talking about his life and maybe, if you're a writer, how to deal with certain things. But again, not writing advice. And this is very entertaining. I'm a fan of Jeff Strand, and I always like a peek behind the curtain. This is sort of the special features that you would find on a movie. This is the behind the scenes stuff. This is I don't know if commentary would be more of a making of featurette than a commentary track, I suppose. I don't know, but there's a lot of very entertaining stuff in here. Some funny stuff, lots of funny stuff. It's Jeff Strand. Not that he's always funny, but he talks about how he got started. When he talks about baby steps, he says that that's his whole career. He's gotten to the point where he is by baby steps. He didn't have that, I wrote my first novel and sold it for millions of dollars and became a household name. He worked and worked, and let's see, page 17. Okay, that's not the part I was looking for. There's one chapter that has, is it in the, I know this is fascinating. You get to look at me. I can't tell by the chapter titles without sitting here and really just ignoring you folks and reading, but there's one chapter that has like 54 steps to getting here to this place. So that was a lot of fun, but I mean, that kind of falls under baby steps. He talks about dealing with Hollywood, and talks about writing young adult fiction and being labeled the horror comedy guy, and just all sorts of it's really it's weird for me not to talk about like plot and structure and characters and all that stuff. But it's a well written, it's entertaining, and it's the kind of thing that I like. So I gave it 4 stars, I think, on Goodreads. Again, would have given it 4.5 if that was possible on Goodreads. So if you want to learn more about a great author, if you want to learn what it's like being a writer, trying to make it as a writer, he talks about the point where he was able to leave his day job and be a writer full time, which took him, I want to say 15 years. I feel like that's the right number. Don't quote me on it. If you just want some entertainment, it's a great nonfiction, behind the scenes, interesting look at an author that I happen to really enjoy. So there's again no character or plot or anything to talk about. So this seems pretty short for one of my videos anyway. But I'm not sure what else I can say about it. It's not going to be a book for everybody. Although, why not? Give it a try. It's good. It's entertaining. At the very least, you're going to be entertained by reading this book. And it has a lot of cursing. So, see, there's some right there. How can you go wrong? All right, I guess that's it. Just pick it up and read it. If you want some light, fun, nonfiction, learn a little bit about an author's life. Yeah, that's it. It's The Writing Life. Oh God, I shouldn't cover his name. He's gonna kill me. Yeah. Anyway, that's what else is there to say? Except if you have any comments, questions, corrections, please put them in the comments below. It doesn't make sense, but I'm going to say this anyway because it's part of my thing. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronin5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comics, board games, and occasionally fuzzy animals, is Eric Smith 5757. That's Eric with a K, ERIKSMITH 5757. That's it. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.